Spring practice is here, and as the Georgia Bulldogs start their journey to repeat as college football national champions, they will also be hosting a slew of top prospects and commitments throughout this week and into this weekend. Of course, the big visitor is five-star quarterback Arch Manning. You know the name. You know his story. He's the number one player in the entire country, 6'5", 215. The kid can do it all. He's the number one player in the country because he is the real deal, not because his last name is Manning. But the kid can do it all down in New Orleans. Elite arm talent. He can run. He's mobile. He'll run by you. He'll run through you. But his arm talent is special, and there's a reason people have been talking about him for years and years and years now. I took a visit to Georgia back in the fall where he saw Georgia take down South Carolina, so he's seen a home night atmosphere in Sanford Stadium. You know that left a lasting impression on him and his family, so he's going to be back again on Friday. I believe he'll stay on Saturday as well, so just a big time visit. He's starting to narrow down his recruitment. Texas is still in the mix. Alabama, of course, still in the mix. Georgia is up there, I believe, in his top four. Ole Miss, where his grandfather played. Archie, where his father went to school, where his uncle Eli went to school. The Rebels are definitely in the mix. You can't count them out, especially with Lane Kiffin and what he's doing with that offense. I think he'd do really well there. But Georgia is a team that's been very consistent. Kirby Smart went to go watch him play football. In the fall, he was back to watch him play basketball in New Orleans back in January. So, Georgia's going all out here. They do every year. They always consistently bring in a top five, quarterback in the country and a five-star guy. And Arch is the best of the best, number one ranked player in the country. And Georgia's going all out. So even though they signed Brock Vandagriff 2 years ago, they signed Gunnar Stockton last year. These are very, very talented guys. The standard that Georgia's playing at right now and recruiting at is they're going to go get the very best no matter where they are, no matter who's on the depth chart. We've seen through the transfer portal how many quarterbacks can leave. We haven't seen that as much at Georgia recently with quarterbacks entering the portal, but it could very well happen soon and possibly this spring. But Arch is the real deal, and I think he would like to have a commitment done at least going into his senior season. He'd like to probably do that before then. So I think these last final few visits in the spring and in the summer are going to be huge. So anytime he can make it to Athens with his family is a good thing. So Arch Manning, that is the big visitor. Another one, a year below Arch, but still a fantastic quarterback, someone who I think has an NFL potential arm strength, is Dylan Raiola. His father played for the Detroit Lions, played with Matthew Stafford. Dylan told me when he first got the Georgia offer that it meant a lot because he grew up watching the Bulldog program. He calls Matthew Uncle Matthew, so he's very familiar with Athens. He's been to the Classic City a couple of times from the Dallas area, plays now out in Arizona. But this is a kid, 6'3", about 210, got plenty of size, was dynamic as a sophomore last year, another kid who can run. But his arm talent, the way he can throw the ball from different angles and the velocity he has on the ball at such a young age, it's easy to see why he's one of the top quarterback prospects in the 24 class. So again, he is someone who has connections to Georgia. He understands college football. He knows what Kirby Smart's doing with this program. And he's going to be in town on Thursday. He's checking out Clemson today. So he's making the rounds, seeing some schools out here in the Southeast. And Georgia's going to get him back on campus on Thursday. So 2 quarterbacks you need to know. There are plenty of other five-star guys in town targets. I'm going to have a big old list over on DawgPost, so you got to check that out. I can't give you all the names here, but I do want to talk about these 2 elite quarterbacks that Georgia could absolutely win a championship with down the road. So going into this year, still Stetson Bennett, but Carson Beck is going to have a big-time decision to make in the spring. Does he go somewhere else and try to get some playing time elsewhere? Does he stick around in Athens? Is he even the number 2 guy right now? I think he is, but Brock Vandagriff's right on his heels. There's a reason that he was one of the top quarterbacks in the country out of high school, right down the road. I saw him play multiple times in person. I know what he brings to the table. I know that he can win and take Georgia to a championship level. So you still have him there. He has connections, to other schools as well. Maybe there comes a time where Brock has to think about leaving, doing something else. Gunnar Stockton just getting here. When he was recruited, he said, I'm signing with Georgia. I'm graduating from Georgia. So he doesn't appear to be a guy who's looking elsewhere anytime soon. But if Carson Beck takes the reins maybe next year, or if it's Brock Vandagriff, then Gunnar Stockton eventually will have a choice to make as well. So you have all those guys, and then Georgia's still pushing for a guy like Arch Manning, again, who can do everything you ask for. He didn't exactly light up the stat sheet, but when you watch him play, it's easy. You know, he makes it look easy. He's a natural. You can tell why. He comes from a football family, a quarterback family, and the expectations for him are through the roof. The expectations for Trevor Lawrence were really, really big. He's still the best high school player I've ever seen. But with his last name and seeing, you know, what Peyton Manning did, what Archie Manning did, what Eli Manning did, I mean, they were all, you know, Hall of Fame type of quarterbacks, some of the best we've ever seen, especially Peyton. So everyone expects this kid to come out and be that same type of player. And, you know, wherever he goes, it's not like he's going to jump into a starting role like, you know, his uncles did, right? He's going to have to fight for it, and he's going to have to beat out former 5-stars like Brock Vandagriff and guys like Gunnar Stockton who fit Georgia's scheme and offense really, really well. I mean, it's easy to see that he could take this offense to a certain level that Georgia fans have come to expect now. So Arch Manning going to be in Athens again on Friday. Big visit to watch, and I absolutely think Georgia has a real chance here. Texas is going to come on strong, but I think Arch wants to go to a place that's relevant right now, who can win right now, and I don't think even Arch is a guy as good as he may be. Who knows? He might not be able to take Texas to where those people think they should go. Alabama, definitely a team to watch, and so is Ole Miss, but I do think that Georgia has put themselves in an excellent position in his recruitment with possibly a few months left to go. Guys, thanks for watching this video. As always, stay tuned to the next one coming up right now. And make sure you head over to Dog Post to read the latest on Pro Day. That's happening right now. We should have some stories up on that all throughout the day. And I will have some recruiting stories, plenty of stuff going on, plenty to write about. There's going to be a big visitor list probably Thursday or Friday. So make sure you are up to date on all the latest top prospects and commitments who are going to be in Athens this weekend. Thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.